First stop was in this very warm room with some cool birdies from a tropical kind of climate, and we got to feed them, and the food smelled kind of bad, but some were friendly and some weren't. Then this is the fish tank that's out in the main lobby. I don't know what kind of fish these are. This tank is full of either stingrays or manta rays. I don't honestly know what kind of ray they are. They are very, very friendly. They will come over and swim under your hand so you can pet them. You're supposed to pet them, using a 2-finger motion so you don't scare them or hurt them. And there's even an option, if you schedule it, that you can feed them shrimp and they will flop up on your hand and take some snacks from you. So we spent a good bit of time looking at this tank. I think this tank is actually really great because it's a good height for kids and adults to be able to reach. Like, I'm not super tall, but I do find sometimes with these kind of exhibits, I tend to have to lean over, and I'm always just worried that anyone taller than me might, not have a great time. But they are super social little creatures and they're super cute. Then these guys, these are otters. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, and they were very cuddly with each other, and they have a sweet little exhibit where they have lots of stuff to run around on. And then in the front of their exhibit there is a water tank where they can jump in and swim. I don't really have footage of them swimming in the water. This guy looks like he wants a nap. I didn't really have footage of them swimming in the water in the front just because I did film the front of the tank, but they just didn't jump in and swim. But they did play tag and chase and just trotted around looking really cute. So I honestly, if the animal's cute, I don't care if the animal's doing anything. I just want to observe them. Moving on, we looked at some saltwater tanks with some corals, some cool fish in them. That guy reminds me of Batman, but there were a lot of really interesting fish in here. I don't really know what any species or names are, but they're just cool to look at. Like that really grumpy orangey red guy. Starfish, which I thought were a species I just hadn't seen before, but they're just flipped over because it looks like it's their lunchtime. Not only that, but there are some tanks with some non-aquatic creatures, such as this tarantula here. There was a lizard, I think a leopard gecko just a moment ago. This guy's a scorpion. Most of these animals you can probably tell what they are yourself, so I'm not gonna label all of them, especially when I'm not really sure what they all are, because I'm not an expert. I know this one. I think this one's a Pac-Man frog, but don't take my word for it. This tank had more cool corals and fish. There's a clownfish. That's the only one I recognize off the top of my head. And there's some other cool fish swimming around in here. Another cool animal similar to the manta rays and stingrays are these skates. They were a little shy. And then there are some sharks, which I think are also called dogfish. These fish were really cool. These are nibble fish. And yes, you heard me right, nibble fish. They will swim up to you and they will eat the dead skin off your hands, as you can see by everyone with their hands in the pool. It was, it tickled a lot. It was definitely a unique experience.